41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the God Emperor has sat immobile upon the golden throne of Terra. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, and master of a million worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day so that he may never truly die. Yet even in his deathless state, the Emperor continues his eternal vigilance. Mighty battle fleets cross the demon-infested miasma of the warp, the only route between distant stars, their way lit by the light of the Astronomicon, the psychic manifestation of the Emperor's will. Vast armies give battle in his name on uncounted worlds. The greatest amongst his soldiers are the Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines, bioengineered super warriors. Their comrades in arms are legion. They are the Imperial Guard and countless planetary defense forces, the ever-vigilant Inquisition, and the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus, to name only a few. But for all their multitudes, they are barely enough to hold off the ever-present threat from aliens, heretics, mutants, and worse. To be a man in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim darkness of the far future there is only war. There is no peace amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter, and the laughter of thirsting gods.
And we are live, chat. Give me a moment. I appear to have not done the, change things over from War Thunder. Give me a moment. There we go. Okay. And you should be able to see things now. Give me a second. Yep, it says it's fine. Arid Hail, if you're down there, or anyone who's down there in chat, do tell me if everything sounds alright, seems alright to you guys. I am just going to turn this down a little bit over here. And we should be good. Okay. Alright. We appear to be set to rock and roll. So, I'm going to switch that over to live chat so I can actually see everyone. And we will get into things. How are you all this fine afternoon? I am doing fairly decent, actually. I managed to get quite a bit done today. I have a quart jar of absolutely water right here, don't worry. If I drank that much moonshine in one night, I'd die. Okay. So, just to... Let me see something real quick. It's giving me warnings again. Yeah, no, it's full of shit once again. Okay. Okay, so chat, I just need to know, anyone who's down there, can you just tell me if everything is as it should be? Because YouTube keeps giving me warnings and then saying everything is excellent quality. So while I'm waiting for everyone to file in here, I'm just going to start distributing ye olde Pisquiggly's skills here. So, yeah, we're going to go with... Wait, what are his weapon skills? Melee is fairly high. Ballistics is not. We're going to turn that up a little bit. Okay, that's good. I need to do one more thing while we're still getting things figured out here. Give me a second, chat. I forgot to sign in to Blurps so I can actually see when people send to me things. That'd probably be a good thing to do. Hopefully Blurps actually work. Okay. Hopefully they do. Come on, blurps. Don't go. There we go. Okay. Good. Now I can see everything. Good. There we go. Alright. So, we're going to want to go with Medicae Mechadendrite, because that's super helpful. And then we're going to want to go with Manipulator Push, because that's also super useful. And his ballistic skill is higher now. Intelligence is perception. Hail, Arid Hail Red Phelan, welcome. Okay, up that a little bit more. Ballistic skill just a little bit higher. We're gonna go with joint. Intimidation's a good one. We'll go with that. And then Lower Xenos is fairly high. Lower Imperium, not that high. Awareness, okay. Tech use, fairly high. Logic. We're gonna go with logic. Just for the moment. Base skill athletics. Bolt weapon expert. Chain weapon. Does he have... Where is his heavy weapon efficiency? There we go. We'll bump that up a little bit more. Arid Hail, do tell me if there's any, like, stuttering or buffering or any audio issues. YouTube is telling me there is, but you know what that means. Absolutely nothing. So just tell me if everything is 5x5. And we're gonna give him... So he's got chain. Acceleration protocols. We want to give him a little bit more movement speed. And, well, movement points, actually. And one more. Where is his... dual weapon combat? There we go. Okay, that's Pascal decked out. Real quick, we're just going to look through, see what he has as far as usefuls. Can't be equipped by him. Okay, let's give him those, because he's got a pretty good axe right now. The lasgun is not that good. I'll switch that out for maybe something a little better if I have anything I can give him. And that axe is pretty good at this level. So, I may just give him another grenade. He can't be equipped Medicae. Give him another grenade then, and... Let me see, do I have gloves that up someone's tech use, don't I? Yeah, since we've got Pascal now, we'll switch those over to him. Give him those gloves. And my current cape gives fellowship, so we're gonna keep that the way it is. And just get on ready to rotate on over. And we will get into the swing of things. I think there's still some melee heavy-ish combat. So I might give... I'm tempted to give him the shotgun. Very... That las pistol would probably actually be better. You know, even if I just wanted to keep him using las weapons. Oh, that looks absolutely ridiculous, chat. It's like big old mechadendrite, and then he's got this little teeny tiny las pistol. Okay. Or we could just give him the Rintobi pattern las gun. That'd be just as good. And as long. So, we've got everyone gathered together here.
None shall stand in my way.
I don't remember if we need to loot anything here. I think we do. I think there's still loot to be had. So we're going to start doing that.
Halt! I noticed something.
There we go. But chat, do tell me how your day has gone. Mine has been very busy. But not in a bad way at all. I've actually been finding some rather interesting topics to discuss on the channel. Among other things. Ooh, and I need to switch that out. That's... Okay, there we go. That should be right. Let's switch that out. We're gonna put Pascal up here. Abelard down there. Pascal. There. Spread everyone out a little bit more. Like so. It's not real pretty, but it'll work. Okay. Got the formation set up properly.
I'm still new to the art
whatever
of exploring.
Ooh. Ooh! Bolter. Bolter time. Well, well, well. Can I use bolt? I cannot use bolt weapons. I bet he can do. That is a better bolter than Unfading Valor by a long shot. What does Argenta have right now? I've got her rocking the Flamer and a not so terrible sword. I forgot I gave her the Mars pattern sword. We'll give her a pistol that's a little bit better than what she currently has, though. Snub revolver. That hand. And that should be it. What do you got? You got a little doodly-doo over there. We'll give her a las, but that las pistol we were going to give Pascal. And everyone else. What have you got? You've got that, and you've got... You can equip las weapons. That's good to know. Is that better than... That is better. Okay, we'll give her the las pistol and the sword. Spinner's blade, specifically. Okay, we're switching that out. We're switching that out. Here, have a power-esque sword. I don't think that's actually a power sword, but it's a pretty good sword. In any case. Anything else we need to do? She also gets a buff to swords, if I remember correctly, in the way she uses them.
It's about time.
What we got over here? Our procession of cargo servitors was destroyed by gunfire, and not a single one of them attempted to flee. All right. What have we here? Every one of the dead have had their eyes ruthlessly burned out. That's pleasant. Very, very pleasant. Okay, anything back in here? Nope. Ooh. We do need to do something over here.
How old were you when you first took it? You are scarcely more than a girl. Dreadful.
There is no sorrow in stepping onto the thread of his service early. Rather, one should lament doing so too late. Do not feel sorry for me.
Yeah, that's, that is something someone in a murder hobo cult would say. Ooh, more loot over here. Looting is very important in this game. If you don't loot, well, you're gonna have a much harder time of things, because you can...
To the stars.
Wait, we can talk to him? Darkness is coming, and on it there will shine a spark of dawn, the final dawn. That's not foreshadowing at all. Okay. I don't think we have any more loot in here. Doesn't look like it. Wait, what's this? Oh. There's loot at the starport that we missed somehow. I have no idea how we managed to do that, but we somehow missed loot at the starport. Thank God I grabbed a big old thing of water, because I have a feeling that, considering the amount of reading we are doing, I'm going to need it greatly.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Alright. Put them back. Oh. We missed a rebel over here. Let's get whatever he had. And then we'll just keep moving. Okay. Let's check this area. No loot here. No loot here. Good there. Good there. And over here.
None shall stand in my way.
Okay, this is a fight. Alright, well, they are throwing us into combat relatively quickly here on this stream, but we will make things work. Yeah, no, buddy. The machine, they're basically trying to supplicate a machine spirit, and they're doing it wrongly. Quit your whinging, I've seen the tech priest do it twice. I even brought him a sensor once. Alert, profane violation of the algorithm. And the melta turret goes
A
kerblip.
new challenge for me.
Okay, we need to get over here. Logic, Pascal. Access received. He is a very useful little boy.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Okay.
Oh, please, you try.
We don't want to be too close to them because those melta turrets are going to open up, and when they do, boy howdy. We're going to put him over there. Wait, can Kibble, Kibble's can go behind cover. Okay. Argenta. Argenta's going over there. Pascal, good lord, we gave him a lot of movement speed. Cassia. Cassia's going to go here. Right in the middle. Alright. Bella. I don't actually want her getting within melee to these guys on the other side of the cover, because that would probably be really bad. Unless I use that. I should probably use that. Can we? Can we? We can.
Trust me.
Okay.
The other side.
Forgot that that was a thing.
I cannot serve you in this way.
There we go. How much AP does she have?
The
Wait, man,
shadow
she has enough for
healing
this.
brings me no pleasure.
Okay, and we're out of AP, but it doesn't matter because I can at least get her out. Okay. Turret's about to do turret things. Great job of board clear.
Scared yet?
Alright. Let's see about putting him into a slightly more advantageous position over here. And then switching out for the bolter. And kill all of those guys if you can.
One fewer target.
Good.
At your beck and call.
Right. Switch out for the chainsword. Can I? No, I can't hit them with that. Alright. RG, I need you up here. And then over. We're not going to make her push up further than that. We don't really need to. This fight can go on for as long as we want it to. And he's going to die probably quickly next round. Okay, Pascal time. I want you over here. And, kill those guys, please. Alright. Dismantling attack, second weapon, and we're gonna have him shoot the rebel gunner with that. And he's gone. Okay. So I should have put that on the last weapon. Never mind, don't worry about it, it'll be fine. We're not in too dire a straits right now. I can push her up there. That's not the big incinerate one, so we don't have to worry about killing Abelard, and he's done. Okay, that was relatively quick and painless. Now let's loot all the dead guys' time. We've got a ton of shock batons in here. Which I like that the baseline weapon for the mooks in here is basically magic to anything we have now. Is there any further loot around here? No, does not look like it.
Follow my lead.
At least not readily visible loot. Nope. Okay, we've cleared it. Now we're going to the streets of the capital. So we're fully into Rycad now, ladies and gentlemen. If you will give me just one moment, chat, I do want to check something with the stream. And that is, yes, I did. Okay, good. All right. Okay, what do we have over here? Let's get to him. Alright. This mansion must have been damaged by an explosion or a large shell. You can still see some of its former luxury within. Yeah?
I'll
Do
lay
be busted,
claim
though.
to the stars.
Yeah, he's... Welcome, Natty! Good to see ya! Welcome to the stream. Okay. A young man in a planetary guard uniform salutes you. Your lordship, Private Camille Regis. Ready to escort you to the command center for your meeting with the governor. I regret to say that the convoy sent to meet you was ambushed and took critical losses in heavy fighting against the rebels. In other words, I am the only survivor. However, the rebel force was destroyed as well. We can set out for the command center now. I think that's actually an IRL typo in there. The success to failure ratio of combat objective completion for this world's military speaks to subpar efficiency. I will advise the local ruler to seek my fraternity's aid in upgrading their troops to servitor maniples. Hopefully the clips aren't too bad this time, or maybe they are, depending on where you're sitting. Okay. Pascal wants to servitorize the entire military. That's, Look, pulling people's brains out is not a particularly humane thing to do, but considering how badly the governor has managed to not do his job as far as keeping order, I can understand the feeling. Awareness succeeded. Your uniform looks odd on you, soldier, as if it belongs to someone else. Private Camille Regis. Apologies, your lordship. It's a new uniform. The guards are in a difficult situation right now, so we often get issued whatever's left and it isn't always the right size. Yeah, sure. See, in any other circumstances, I might be willing to believe the young fellow here, but, the city is blown apart, and, I've played this game before. Arid Hail Red Phelan. Ha, Pascal is such a mad scientist. Sure. By our standards. Cassia, your mouth is full of mud, soldier. You are hiding something behind beaming hues of faith and loyalty. What is it? The soldier gulps nervously under the stern gaze of Cassia's ruby eyes. Fear, I guess? In times like these, if you give in to weakness, you're done for, and I'm not done with life just yet. I learned recently that Space Marines are like 7 feet tall minimum. Depends on the chapter, but yeah, 7 feet is like the low end. Usually it's more like 8.5. Space Wolves are bigger than like Ultramarines usually. And Salamanders tend to be gigantic. And then you get the occasional just absolutely insane Marine like Tyberos the Red Wake, who's twice that. He's Primarch sized. He's a big boy. He is a very big boy. They are absolutely ginormous. How did you make it out if your entire convoy perished? Private Camille Regius. The Emperor protected me, the soldier replies with confidence. Your lordship, if that's what you're thinking, I was by my commander's side till the very end. I shot the last rebel from the gang that attacked us, but alas, the captain succumbed to his wounds, and the others had already died. The Emperor rest their souls. Ooh, natty. If Tomby was a Space Marine, he would be the same height as me. 5'7". Yeah, he was fed very well. Tyberos is a big old boy. I think the tallest Primarch was Vulcan, which is why Vulcan was one of the largest Primarchs. Which is why Vulcan and then Magnus. Oh, I'm definitely gonna tell him, Natty. I'm just kidding you. Okay. What can you tell me about the insurgency? The ungrateful rabble rose in rebellion against the planet's lawful governor and his lordship Calgus Winterscale, our ruler by the will of the Emperor. They are all heretics deserving of a most terrible death. Order will be restored. The guilty will be punished. Enough talking. Let's go to the command center. Yes, your lordship, we have to take this avenue. It leads from the starport right to the command center. It's a short walk. Likely story. We can't walk straight across, your lordship. I'll show you a safe way around. Sure you will.
Something of interest.
There is loot in here? There is loot in here. Okay. I got you beat there, Arid Hell says. He's 6 foot even. And I am nearly as tall as he is, but I'm like a couple of inches shorter. So I'm like 5'9", 5 something. I'm a very tall 5 foot midget and a half. Okay.
None shall stand in my way.
I am above manlet size. But just barely. I am a relatively small person, except for where it actually counts. Okay. There we go. Got some more loot there. That Thunderhawk definitely got taken down by the AA they were telling us about earlier. There are traces of a recent battle everywhere, including...
As it should be.
the soldiers' bodies in general. Uh-oh. Well, you are a woman, so, yeah. Although, to be fair, I've met a few chicks who are just absolute Amazons. The battle looks highly suspicious. Half of your comrades never even had a chance to draw their weapons, and... oh, wait, I should read this first. The remains of my squad. Once we put down the rebellion, they'll be given the last honors they deserve. They deserve as soldiers fallen in a righteous battle. This battlefield looks highly suspicious. Half of your comrades never even had the chance to draw their weapons, and the direction of the shots as well. The attackers knew exactly what path the group would take, and how large it would be. Yes, how very interesting that is. As in personally? Yeah, so there was a chick I knew growing up who was like 6 foot 5.5, 6'5", something like that. She is an absolute giant. And built like it, too. And there's another chick I knew, like, fairly well. Very nice lady. Who was, like, she was about Arid Hale's height. Very tall woman, but also built, like, just built like a brick shit house. She was gigantic. She weaved baskets. She was a very nice lady. The enemy is smart and cunning. Perhaps they were watching us. I must report this to the governor. Aim your weapon at the private. Too many parts of your story fail to add up. I'm beginning to wonder if you are a traitor. Julia Child was tall, 6'2". Her sister was taller. Yeah, I have met quite a few really tall ladies in my life. They're usually, like, really nice, too. I've only ever met one who I considered to be a jerk. It's like, you know, they put all their points into height and personality and nothing else. I swear, your lordship, I may have gotten a few things mixed up from inexperience, and that's why they don't add up. Please, let's walk to the governor's command center. I must carry out my orders. Once we get there, you can have the intelligence run check on me if you wish. I am a loyal soldier, and that's the truth. Do not believe him, Lord Captain. Pale green is seeping from his every word. I know this color of deceit well. I once mistook Felix's words, so humble and full of sweetness, for sincerity. In truth, they were poison. Kill the private. Private Kamal Regius. Yep, he was a traitor. Blast you, scum! Aurora will get you all the same. Aurora and the final dawn. And a pistol. Alright. I'm jealous I'm not taller. Yeah. I will say, being short does have its perks, though. Like, you can...
see what I
ah,
found.
crap. There is a trap there. Argenta. Come here, please.
Let's proceed.
Thank you. There you go. Please disable the trap, and we will... Ugh, words are hard. Okay. That does not bode well for this.
Won't tolerate weakness.
Does not bode well for this. Speaking is becoming difficult already, and that is never a good sign. I'm trying to say too much at once. Is there any loot in here? There is not any loot in here. I need to get into that. What, when a who? What? Loyal to whom?
It's about time.
Excommunicato Tritoris. At least that's what that guy would have been declared if we hadn't have put a stub revolver through his stub revolver around his head. This is not going to go well, is it?
Are you ready to
I cannot
die?
speak right now. Alright. Kibla, we're gonna move her forward. Oh crap, this is this fight. Okay, Kibla, we're gonna move you as far forward as we can get you. Pascal, we're gonna do the same with you, my dude. Over there. Argenta. Cassia, you're going. Up there. Abelard. Go there. Who gets the starting move? Of course he does. Okay. This is where you get to pick up a bunch of flamers if you know what you're doing. Warhammer is... depends on how you do it, Natty. If you want to get into lore, Warhammer isn't as expensive as a lot of other franchises. If you want to get into tabletop, yeah. Prepare to take out a loan on your house. Because you're going to need to be able to afford all the minis. For lore, though, you can get quite a few of the lore books from your local library, probably. Okay, he's down. Can we can hit him.
As honor ordained.
You can get quite a few of the books from your local library, and if your library has a... Let's put her on the other side of him. Hit him again. Good. We're down. Okay, target clear. There. Can we shoot anyone from here? Nope. Can't hit him. Can't hit him. We can't hit him either. Wait, we can shoot at him. Probably won't hit, but we can shoot at him.
I'm here, maggots.
But the lore is not that expensive. The books you can pick up on Audible, you can get the big omnibuses if you know what you're doing. And those are not terribly expensive if you've got Audible credits. Or you can get them from the local library, so that's not too bad either. But when it comes to dealing with intimidation, because this is a non-area attack, hit him with that. And he's down. Good. Gonna move him up here. And then we're gonna have her move up.
Emperor,
and make this
give me
mean man
strength.
explode. If we can. Can she hit him? Yes, she can. Thank you.
As duty demands.
And he's blown up. Good. As for other...
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Maybe it's on their digital thing you do. Yeah, you can get a lot of the books for not that expensive. But when it comes to things like the tabletop is pretty darn expensive.
Nothing I come.
I wish it wasn't, because I'd love to be able to collect minis, but I just can't justify collecting minis right now with how much they cost.
Suits my purposes.
But yeah, as far as lore goes, if you want to get into the lore, it's not that bad. If you want to get into the tabletop, it's going to be a lot more expensive for you. Okay. Aelord, we don't want him going down there right now. Can you instead just... Here, shoot the mean man with the bolter, please. Thank you. Okay. I want you to go over there and disable that trap. And no, I'm not talking about the Thai Ladyboy type of trap. And there we go. Please go over there. And get there.
Doubt is for the weak.
We can get her over here in time to disable this so we can
Guided by
actually
faith.
do a peek. Let me click at you. Filthy, filthy. There we go.
Never doubt me.
Okay. Much better. TTRPGs are all expensive. They are. They all take quite a bit of capital investment to get into. Usually. We have high momentum with her. You know what? We're going to use it. Make sure that she gets an extra attack. We're just going to let her go there. Pascal gets a ton of movement again, so we're going to have him move down and shoot the crap out of these people. Don't, you didn't hear that, Natty. That is filthy, filthy internet speak. Do not even acknowledge it. Okay. Contain. Alright. Aw, I forgot about the flamer enemies. They're disgusting and annoying, and I hate them so very much. Alright, is there any more enemies? There are not any more enemies other than him down there, so we can just have her go over here and, yeah. Sword. Back, please.
As honor.
And she's gone. Okay. We can actually probably have her move all the way back to where she started, which means that we can use her in the next round, if there is a next round. Which is, considering how few of these guys there are, there probably won't be. Alright. He's gonna keep trying to shoot our dear boy down there, and we're gonna keep just making them explode.
In scarlet. Isn't this a job for the
Alright.
painted black?
And my dude.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay. Can I hit them? I can hit him, both of them. Ah, good. Good man. Alright. Who's a good little murder hobo past Wiggly? And we're just gonna let him go. Yeah, not a problem. And Abelard, can you shoot him without hitting Pascal? Should be able to. Nope. No, you can't. Because of course you can't. Having you actually be able to hit a target directly beneath you shouldn't be that much of a problem, but apparently it is. Yeah, that'll shoot through Pascal. Let's just have him walk over there and smash the man. I'm not going to get fancy with this one, because there's no need to. Big Hammer doing big hammer things. Anyone alive around here? Nope. No tramps around here. Let's pick up all of these guys' things. They have, ooh, hand flamer. And that means that it is time to start dishing out armor. You've got 30. That's medium. That's heavy. Gloriously murder hobo time. Her armor is mesh. Would that flak one be better? It would not. Carapace. That's not that much better. Heavy armor can't be equipped on her. What's this light? That light's better than what she currently has equipped. And as far as weapons go, we're gonna give Cassia a hand flamer because actually we're not. We're not gonna give her the hand flamer. Because it's not as good as I remember. And there is loot up there. I did not realize that there was that box there. I missed that last time I played this. Okay. There is not a whole lot in the way of attention. That's just a normal public signage posting. I'm just gonna send him down here.
Grant me the wisdom to perceive.
Okay. Argenta, please go disable the mine. Thankfully, that's not a Phosphax mine. Phosphax is terrifying. Phosphax is basically the foof of this world. There's pumps, compressors, and other machines are thrumming away on the lower levels of the Great Bridge. Okay. It's the foof of this universe. It keeps burning no matter what you do. You can't put it out with water or basically anything. It's pretty much fire mixed with a nanovirus. It's absolutely horrifying. Okay. Any more loot around here? Yep, there is loot up there. Ooh. Always check your map, because it shows you where all of the loot is. And if you need to be a loot whore, well, then it will absolutely help you do that. Where is his... Oh, I'm standing on it. There we go. Thank you. Ooh, stub carbine. And another rebel up here. The guy behind the barrel. Get that. And there's loot down here. This is the one behind... Oh.
I'll see you terminated.
Speaking of murder hobo time, we have another big pile of fellas who need to go away. Argenta, move up. Pascal, move up. Actually, we're gonna have him move to the side real quick. Cassia. Cassia is right there. Sweetheart, would you mind making these men explode? Okay. I thought you were just being rude. No, I meant foof. I said foof with a F, though I may have accidentally misspoke. Foof is a chemical compound that is very, very scary. Okay, Argenta, be a darling and cook him, please. And thank you. All right, that's good.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
And we're gonna just have you move up and hit him with a sword. Oh, he has a lot of health. I did not realize that. That is an awful lot of health. We're gonna just hit that real quick because she could use it. And Cassia's about to get beaten furiously. Oh no, she's not. She is able to... Okay, good. I actually did speak correctly. That's unusual for me.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh, you're about to regret that. There go those two guys. I'm 30 losing my hearing a bit at a time. Yeah, I'm sure it's not that bad. And he doesn't have close-up combat, so let's just shoot these two guys. Alright, he's dead. And turn up our resistances a little. Okay. Gibbles. I want you to run over here.
Mercy and retribution.
Can I get you to... Yes, I can. Absolutely can get her to jump over there and start stabbing people.
I shall not killing.
And he's down.
No pleasure.
And we can't get her to move from there. Is there anyone? No, there's just that one guy left. Okay. Abelard. I know you probably want to use that bolter, buddy, but I just want you to hit him with a chainsword. And he's gone. Okay. Oxygen difluoride. Indeed, Aerodale. Also known as one of the scariest chemicals known to man.
A rabble should not be capable of bringing down a world like Owlcat Minoris. Is the governor exerting every effort to restore order here? I am not convinced.
No, he's in fact not.
Perhaps the Undying One did not claim him at the right time, and now he occupies a place that is not his. We will soon find out.
Can you cease to be creepy, Kibula? Come on, Pascal, you can...
I'm listening.
Okay, first things first. Clear the path. That's going to be necessary first. Yeah. Foof and Phosphex both have the commonality of just being absolutely horrific. Ooh, that is a new armor set. What does that one do? Oh, that's heretical. Never mind. We're not using that. Add to cargo. And we're going to add the armored body gloves to cargo, because we don't need those either. Or that for that matter. We'll keep the mesh, because it can be used by everyone, and it's pretty high as far as stats go. We're gonna... specifications in descending order. There we go. Alright, I want to give him las guns 5 to 7, long las. Ooh, yep. Yeah, I would like to be able to use ballistic weapons, please, and thank you. What's that sword do? 7 to 15. Chain sword. Ooh. Ooh. Officer's chain sword. Can we give that to Argenta? Would it be better than what she currently has? It would not be better than what she currently has. Isn't that a shame? 8 to 12, 10 to 13. Ah. That helmet does make her look slightly derpy. The chin guard does. Makes her face just look slightly froggish, if you get what I'm saying. Concrete burns. Metal burns. You bet. Rocks and gravel, yeppers, water, just an appetizer. Dry chemical fire extinguishers, just make it burn hotter. Exactly, Aridale. That is why Foof is one of the most terrifying things known to man. And we're gonna throw on... I can't take that, but she could. Do we want to give her... Nah. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I can give him the bolter, though. Absolutely give him the bolter. I will give him the bolter. And Kibla, can we give you anything better than what you currently have? Most plastic and glass also burns. Yeah, Foof is horrific. And because 40K is reality hyperbolized, yeah. Phosphex is Foof on crack. It's pretty terrifying. Add to cargo. We're gonna add that to cargo too. And we don't need the diviner staff or that or that. That. We'll just keep those where they are for now. We're gonna throw those away and the las guns away because we don't really need them cluttering up things, nor do we really want to use the shock baton because they're not very good. Las pistols can go, and the flamers, we'll just leave them where they are. Okay, we could go down there. I don't necessarily want to go down there right away. I think there's some loot over here. They're just rendered in a big pile of the map. And a blind madwoman. The sun will rise one last time. My sight is true, and my mind is clear. I see death, I see the future. Yeah, I don't... A clouded version of it, perhaps. You're not seeing the actual future. You're just seeing whatever the Master of Whispers, the Master of Change wants you to.
Victory awaits.
Go down. Down into the hole. Down, down the hole we go. To heal our hearts and drown our woe. The rain may fall. The wind may blow. Oh yeah, Foof also burns in vacuum. It makes its own oxygen because it's a super oxidizer. Yeah, there's always fun little things like that. Okay. And Phosphex is the same way. It is the MSG of Foof. Yes, it is. It's basically just Foof on crack. Phosphex is one of the most interesting and horrifying things the Imperium created. Now, we are going to be in here a little while because there is a lot... Oh, crap. I forgot about this. Okay, so this is a thing, chat, where the game gives you these big, basically segments that happen inside of your Lexicanium here. And you have to... read through this and... then make your choices based upon your skills and just general what you want to do here. So, give me a second and I will read this. Sector, Coronis Expanse. Region, Rycat System. Location, streets in the vicinity of the Rycat Minoris starport. Material, report based on oral accounts and picked recordings added to the archives of House von Valencius by the order of Seneschal Rosarian. On his journey across a world caught in the throes of a heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms of an aqueduct. This abandoned nook turned out to be a heretics' gathering place for performing their grim and profane acts. The large group of rebels stood frozen in patient anticipation, all staring into the center of the room. No one moved, only the murmur of hushed voices echoed against the metal walls. The Lord Captain ran a cursory glimpse over the room, assessing the situation. The rebels were unremarkable in appearance. They were dressed in the shabby clothes of abject rabble. They spoke in coarse voices and had repulsive faces, but what caught the Lord Captain's attention was the look of strange, almost sinister anticipation in their eyes. This was no gathering of loud blasphemers or bored idlers. Only occasionally would they exchange brief, unintelligible remarks. As they stood in a frozen circle, their gazes turned towards the hulking structure in the center of the room. A bulky power transformers, cogitators, crates, and voxcasters took up most of the space against their background. The structure in the center stood out oddly, an enormous lens mounted on a stand. It caught the thin sunbeams that made their way through slits in the ceiling and crossed the half-lit room. Awareness. Anytime you are given a skill check, take it. The Lord Captain peered into the darkness enveloping the room. Awareness test succeeded. Although barely visible behind the closed ranks of the insurgents, the rusted barrels with evidently flammable contents had not escaped the Lord Captain's keen eye. One good shot at those barrels would decimate the number of heretics on Rykad Minoris. The Lord Captain patiently observed what happened next. As if commanded by a grim, unseen force, the insurgents fell silent at once and in a single movement parted. A thick, sticky silence filled the room. Sticky silence, that's vaguely Slaneshi right there. The heretics' gazes were turned towards a metal structure with a lens on top of it, standing tall in the center of a circle of melting candles, piles of books and unholy symbols drawn on the floor. The structure flashed as a single sunray illuminated it. Continue. A sound of bare feet broke the sinister silence. As a man emerged from the deep shadows, reeling, he entered the circle and collapsed on his knees in front of the enormous lens. Not a second had passed before many rebels' hands gripped the fallen man's shoulders and hair. Remember, comrade, the last sunray you will behold will be yours only, shared with no one else. Your holy final dawn, bellowed a lone heretic's voice. And the silent crowd, by the doing of some... bellowed a lone voice amid the silent crowd. By the doing of someone's hands, the lens had turned, and its focused rays feasted on the prisoner's eyes. Continue. The blinded man's harrowing scream shook the very walls of the place. Consumed by the rite, the rebels had not yet noticed the stranger in their midst. The Lord Captain braced himself and suddenly faltered, as if something had stopped him. Dark shadows danced in the Lord Captain's eyes, ghosts of the past that had risen at the sight of the warp atrocity and shackled the rogue trader's will. Breathing heavily, the Lord Captain, ghost of the past, you survived a brush with a warp and phenomenon sometime in your distant past. That's a decision and consequence from our earlier decisions. Could only rush blindly into the fray as if trying to escape unknowns or sewers. Great. Great. This is absolutely what we wanted. Okay. Sometimes the choices you make kind of screw you over later. And we're going to move old Kibbles over here. We do need to make sure that we destroy the lens in this room because they can keep using it to do some serious weird things if you don't. I'm going to go over here. It would have probably helped if I had gotten everyone a lot closer. I want you to kill him, please. And thank you. Good girl. Okay, then.
Me?
Very sticky
If
silence.
you insist, Lord Captain.
Can I hit them? No, I cannot hit them with that. Let's just turn that up. Bolters. Bolters will do bolter things. We're gonna move Argenta up.
Rejoice in battle.
Cover. It's good.
As the Emperor commands.
Sewers. Yes, we are in basically what is the sewers. Rather wretched little place, isn't it? There are a lot of them there. I don't like that one little bit. There we go. And Flamer. Can I hit anyone, more importantly? I can hit someone.
I'll do it.
Here we go. Cooked him. Just keep her there.
Cleanses the body.
I forgot they have psychic attacks. Those suck. Psi attacks are very broken, but as I will more than happily tell you, psychic abilities have a trade-off. So they're usually very powerful, but they're also... Okay, we missed Argenta, that's good. We're gonna do that. Endure. We need to kill as many of these people as possible, as quickly as possible, because if we don't, they start turning into chaos spawns, and that's not fun to fight. Okay, Pascal, we're gonna move you up. Anointed Cultist. Victor Hugo says go on a 50-page rant about the sewers. I'm not that autistic, nor am I that German. But then again, I repeat myself. Okay, you're just gonna go shoot this guy, please, and thank you, good boy. Can I? No, I can't hit all of them. I can walk over here and smack this man, though. There we go. We're gonna do that real quick. And can we use the Omniscient Axe? We cannot yet use the Omniscient Axe. Let's move him up.
Someone else can do this. At your beck and call.
We get him Bolter and get him to shoot people. We can get him to shoot people. Please blow them up, please, Abelard. And he did not. Parry, good. Acolyte Cultist, Fire Starting Cultist. There are a lot of cultists in here. I don't like cultists. They're generally annoying. I do not want to be anywhere near that cover. I need to shoot that too. Casually takes a shot at an entire country and people. Why not? Victor Hugo is French. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna say the insult that I had prepared for the French, but
I am your blade
yeah.
and shield.
Okay, Abelard is gonna get stabbed. I did not get on that in time. Okay. Crap. I knew they were gonna do this. We did not kill him in time. Was. Past tense, yes. Dear lady, would you mind doing me the favor of just making him die?
Not.
That would be great.
I am a navigator.
Thank you. Good girl. Shoot them,
I'm not
please.
accustomed to being ordered around.
Pistol.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
There we go. Did we at least destroy a... No, we didn't. Blue Horror. It's a Demon of Zinch instead. Yay! Just what I always wanted to fight. I hate the French. I hate Chaos Demons. The latter statement is also true, probably. Okay, let's just, Can we? We can't. Oh, that's sad. That's very sad.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
The trouble with insulting the French is getting them to stop running away long enough to hear the insult. Yeah, that's definitely the problem, Aaron Hale.
As the Emperor commands,
Ooh, got one. I'll take that. Oh! Dear sweet Cassia. Well, Argenta, you're going to be very useful to me in about 3, 2, 1, and there we go. I need you to... Please tell me she can. Damn it. He's gonna do chaos culty things, isn't he? Yep, he is. Nothing can ever be easy.
Nothing I can't do.
And we stabbed him with a knife.
Suits my
Let's
purposes.
endure real quick, because I want to be able to not get absolutely wrecked. Kill
Nothing
him.
I can't do.
Well, you tried. You're a good boy. You tried. It's the effort that counts.
I will endure.
I really hate the Chaos Demons in here. The demons are so hard to deal with. Especially the Zinchian ones. Bloodthirsters really aren't that bad. They're annoying, but they're not that bad. Okay, intimidation. And then hit him with that axe, please. Okay, he's dead. Can you move? You can move. That's good. Let's get you away from the explosive barrels. For sale, one French FAMAS rifle. Never fired, only dropped once. Yes, Erico, pretty much. Okay.
Beyond the science, comprehends all.
A tactically sound approach. It will be done.
Okay, we got that to explode. Let's see. Can we? Can't. That's a real shame. Sword time. Can you run around and stab that man, please? No, you can't stab him, but you can get close to him. That poor blue horror, man. His own guys have it out for him. Argenta, that's not good. He's getting chewed on pretty hard. He's only got 16 and 29 wounds left. Oh boy. Kibbles, why can't you use your other ability? Do you have like a... She has no status effects that I can see. Oh god. Okay. Other than the normal one you get when fighting demons.
Out of my way! Oh, my ears are ringing.
Okay. Cassia. Do be a darling. Move up and blow these people up. Can you... I'm just gonna have to settle for killing an anointed cultist, aren't I? Thank you. You hurt him. That's good. Thankfully, our warp degradation is fairly low at the moment. Stab that man, please.
Indeed.
And then... that.
No
That.
matter the cost.
Okay. Chainsword him. 7 wounds down. 8. We got him for 8. I got him. Chaos Cultist. Let's get over to him. He needs to die. That cultist leader is worrying because he has got a ton of health. And he's got psychic powers. And psychic powers are not a good thing to be up against in this game. Just beat on him very hard. Give it to her.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Give her a few extra wounds. And we're just gonna have you do, oh, you won't hit Abelard. That's nice. Run and gun.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without
And
deeds
she's
is worthless.
Okay, we can move forward over here and just shoot him. Oh, I forgot about this. The over-penetration technique in this game. So, over-penetration, chat, is not what you're thinking. Get your brain out of the gutter.
Already done.
What it does is it allows you to shoot through multiple targets at once.
Suits my
Oh, come on. I'm gonna have to give her some upgraded armor soon-ish. Pascal, how nice of you to join the fight. Do me a solid, my dude. And first things first. Get both groups of cultists, please? No? Okay. That being the case, just shoot them all, please. Wow! That was completely useless.
I've suffered worse.
Okay, sword time. Oh, wait. Those are both bad guys.
I took care of this one.
Flamer guy is down. Can we just... No, we can't run in a straight line. Hit him. Alright.
I will do my duty.
Abelard Endurer.
Victory is imminent.
Okay, Taunting Scream. That's good. We'll have him do super tanky things. Okay, she got that parried.
The shadows will seal.
Horrors have a weird power. They can... That was horrors, chat. They can split, which you may see here in a second. In 3, 2, 1, did he split? No, he did not split. Those are not greater horrors. Okay, good. Alright, Cassia, you can move forward. Can you move forward far enough to kill him, though?
Be careful not to
I
cross
want
my
you
gaze.
to make his brain explode, please. Thank you, dear.
Grace, at least. If I may.
Give her an extra attack and slice through
Doubt
him.
is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer.
Alright.
Enemies of the Emperor will be
Okay.
undone.
Now, can we move her over?
As the Emperor commands,
We can move
I
her
act.
over. That's good. Let's see, what will Flamers do to these guys? Can we hit both of those? We
I'll
can!
do it.
We can't quite hit all of them, but we hit a few. Have him move up with his stub carbine. And just,
Nothing I
shoot
can't-
that man,
nothing
please.
of
Thank
value has been
you.
lost.
Not gonna lie, I'm digging this build that I've got for these characters running right now. Yeah, let's just do that.
My vow is to practice an
Good
equation.
lord.
Your life is a negligible variable.
Pascal, you
Tried
couldn't
and
hit them.
tested tactics are the best ones.
An object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an equal and opposite force. When your gun shoots high velocity shells, sometimes that equal and opposite force is multiple enemies. Exactly. Aerodale got it in one.
One, you attack.
Okay. Can you run over and... No, you can't. Of course not. That would be too easy. And he's got it. Oh, I love you, Pesquiggly. You're wonderful.
The arch enemies found.
No homo.
Footprints are all over this place. A nest of wickedness. The heretics met the only end possible. Death at the hands of faithful servants of the Emperor.
Alright. Thus overpenetration. Indeed, Aerodale.
My house would be proud of me.
The ritual site is covered in ominous symbols, each of which is unmistakably emanating the malevolent power of the warp. Nothing but a pile of shards remains of the sinister lin that the heretics used to burn out the eyes of the devout cultists. Okay. Shut off the steam there. Okay. We do need to shut the steam off in
won't
several
tolerate
places because there are
weakness.
things you can find there. Oh, yay. Well, I don't mind if I do disarm that trap right
I
there.
better myself through my service.
And after we get done here, we will upgrade everyone. Tech use. Tech use. Test succeeded. The machine spirits look favorably upon you. You overcome the cogitator's defenses. A message archive loads up. Judging by the accompanying notes, the messages were meticulously transferred from paper to the sacred machine's storage. Go to missives. New missive, heed the words of a harbinger of Aurora. Let it be known to you that the prophesied hour is nigh, and the faithful must triple their efforts. Those who stand in the way of our salvation must be swept away. Let it be revealed to you that the enemy is about to receive reinforcements. Remember the name, Drake von Valencius. His ship has already entered the system. We should expect this enemy to appear near our positions. Whoever rids our comrades of this threat will be granted Aurora's special blessing. A chance to stand at the prophet's side when the hour comes. Be vigilant. Let the final dawn come. Okay. New missive. Aurora's harbingers wish you to know, comrades, that the Von Valencia's ship is headed for the navigator station. You've got time to prepare a warm welcome for the enemy. New missive. The Von Valencia's ship has set off a Rycad Filia. We pray that our comrades there manage to vanquish Aurora's enemy on their own, but you must anticipate the worst and do everything you can to make sure the Von Valencia's path definitely ends here on Rycad Minoris. Go to dispatches. Tell the harbingers we've intercepted a convoy of the governor's underlings who were supposed to meet the Von Valencia's bloke. Only one out of the whole convoy got away, but he's not long for this world. No one's making it to the governor's hole. Not that youngster or the ones he's supposed to meet. Our comrades have got their hands on a guard's Voxcaster, and these fools have no clue we can hear all their comms. We know their every movement, and we're going to throw them a fine welcome party. Aurora must have no doubts that we'll do whatever it takes to stop her enemies. Let the final dawn come. Leave. Okay. We've got background info there. The markings on this Voxcaster clearly indicate that it belongs to the planetary wardens. There are visible scratches and traces of blood on the device. Of course there are. Okay. Cultist, Acolyte Cultist, just looting everything, because we're going to need to send most of that to the ship, but I do want to have as much loot as we can get. Shut off Steam, shut that off, so we're not frying our companions. Good, loot here. Why are there shards there? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay. Access received. Lower Imperium. We got the deets. We do indeed. There are a lot of details to be grabbed in this game. Unattach the dampener. Okay. Oh, and there is a vault here. Ooh, Phantom Cloak. Handy. We'll be equipping more loot, I feel, to our people here in a second. Is there anything I've missed? Oh, yes, there is. But where is it? Is it on the wall? Loot. Oh, there it is. It's note. Aurora's sermon. It is coming. It's coming. It's drawing ever nearer. Heed the words of Aurora. Abandon all your mundane affairs. Ambition is but dust. A desire is but rust upon the metal of the soul. The final dawn is coming. It will put an end to all worldly vanities. And yeah, that's not chaosy at all.
None shall stand in my way.
Not even faintly chaosy. For realsies, guys, we promise. At least we don't have tentacles. Give it time.
Nothing escapes my sight.
And of course there are mines there.
We need to investigate.
Oh, that's a lot of traps. I forgot how much you can disable in this game if you just come at something from a different angle.
Duty prevails.
Distribute supply, the motive force.
Searching is my observance.
Okay,
Sins
Argenta.
hidden in the heart
We just
turn
want you to
all
go over
to
there.
decay.
There you go.
The light of terror
This
shines
gets
for
real
us.
annoying earlier.
The Emperor favors me
Because
today.
later on in the game, you start dealing with real problems regarding traps. Final Dawn has that same ring as the Great Journey from Halo. It does indeed, Arid Hail. Alright, finest hour. We get buffs to all the special abilities. Yes, please. Argenta, we're gonna give you that one. Everyone dies. The end. Yeah, it does remove everyone's concern. All worldly affairs can be put away well and truly. Didn't Halo just get bought up by someone? No. No, Halo is still in thrall to Microsoft, as it will be for a very long time. Sadly. Though they did switch out the studios, sort of. Not really. They just made it more gay and woke. Okay. Ooh, yes, please. Plus strength 2 damage? I will take that. Use that one. Scowl Operative. That one's better. And then we're gonna use... His tech use is high enough, his logic is high enough. His lore Imperium is not great. Awareness, we're gonna buff that a little bit. Death Waltz also grants the... Yep, that's good. That's a real good one. Same shit, different diaper. Exactly, Arid Hail.
Operation successful.
Okay, not gonna give us access.
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive. The machine god grants me insight.
We pissed off the machine spirit somehow.
Never doubt me.
Pascal, let's try this.
My Auspex has detected something.
Okay,
The
Argenta,
Emperor
you're gonna
sets
go
my path. What deeds await us?
way over there, way over there, way over there. See, this is the one issue I have with this game, which is the traps.
Duty prevails.
Master Chef, okay. Let's get that open. Get in there.
My success is an irrefutable.
Got more just standard loot. A lot of standard loot
Victory
in here.
awaits.
Okay, we've got that clear. Turn to the upper way. Okay. What is in here? What is this? Sewers! We need to go down there. Deep into the sewers. We're gonna plunge deep into the bowels of the city for a moment, because if I remember correctly, there's some actually really good loot down here. And a Demon of Tzeentch, if I'm correct. Yep, this is the area where there's the Demon of Tzeentch. Okay.
It's about time.
Is my observance.
Crimson is a
Examine
good color
lore
for
warp.
battle attire. Enemies will perceive no weakness, not even if you are bleeding.
Yeah.
My augmentations allow me to function effectively, even in the event of extensive blood loss. This is what should concern those who dare to stand against the servant of the Omnissiah in battle.
Based. That is an Eye of Tzeentch. It's like the Eye of Horus, but a lot scarier.
A new challenge for me.
I do want to do something real quick. Just check weapons. Specifications in descending order. Okay. We can use shotguns down here because it is... Yeah, there is a lot of loot down here, but you kind of have to create it, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment. It's a little screwed up. Scrappy autogun, add to cargo. We're gonna split, and add to cargo. Well, at least one of those. Ripper auto pistol, don't need it. And armor. Chainmail is good on us. She's got... That's also medium armor, isn't it? Yep. It is both medium. Here. Chainmail. Let's get rid of the mesh, because we don't need it anymore. Those are carapace that can be added to the loot. Oh. Those would be good for her. Can't be equipped by this follower. Can't be equipped by this follower. What does this one do? Against warp damage. We'll give that to Cassia. There is plenty to be found down here. You just have to,
I won't tolerate
for
weakness.
it. The main reason I came down here is because there is a demon that you can kill down here. Killing a demon of Tzeentch would be fun.
What is that?
And there it is. Lore
I've
warp.
read about this.
Baleful giggling coming from behind you, and it is getting louder, but there is no one there. Oh, there is, just not someone who's actually
Fate
there in our
leads
realm.
you along your thread, as it leads me along mine. We both serve him in our own way.
Where?
So, why do I see such worry in your eyes whenever you look at me, Amic Argenta?
We find our foes by different means. I kill those deemed guilty of heresy by the exalted ecclesiarchy. You kill those identified by vague portents. And I do not know to what extent they can be trusted. The Emperor favors me today.
Yeah, Argenta's a little freaked out by the whole whole cultist thing. There we go.
Operation successful.
Blessed Cape. There we go. That actually might be good for Argenta. Let's see. It's dogmatic requirement. Camouflage? Yeah, please. Especially as what we're about to go into is a demon fight. That'd actually be pretty good.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
No, no, no. Down here, down here, down here, down here, down here. Can you not go over? Nope, you can't. Okay. Okay, that's as far as we can go that way. Let's just make sure that there's nothing down here. I didn't even know that place existed. That's cool. That's very cool. There's tons of little nooks and crannies.
My house would
Yeah,
be proud
that's a
of me.
cultist. Psyker. What's this? Herald of Zinch. Okay, big fight time. Okay, Argenta, we're gonna move you up over there. I'm gonna put my character over here. Cassia, we need to move you way heckin' back. Pascal, over here. Abelard, go there. And Kibbles, here. Actually, we need to spread people out a little further because I forgot this guy. This guy really likes his AoE attacks. Okay. We can move her up now.
Dance of blades and shadows.
Okay.
I shall not fail.
Good. Good. Good.
Trust me.
And he teleported. Of course he did. Teleported and turned them all. Of course he did. Gotta love Chaos Demons. Alright.
Let's make it quick.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep killing those dudes. Alright, these guys are hostile. So let's have her move up there. AoE sucks when it's not you doing it, though. That's the problem, Maddie. I like AoE when it's me. Like that's fun. It's not fun when you have some little scuzz hamster sitting back and halfway across the map, bombarding you with magic missile.
I'll do it.
Because it can. Magical explosions are not fun to fight against. Okay, Cassia, just kill him, please. Not worried about veil degradation because, well, there's not gonna be a whole lot we can do to avoid it. At this point, there's a giant frickin' demon in the middle of the room. Oh, I forgot he turned these guys behind us too. Yay! Okay. Abelard, stab him.
It will be done.
And him. Harry, how did... I'm not even gonna question it.
Let's get to it.
Alright, they're pushing... They're not our enemies yet, but they will be soon enough. He keeps turning them like that. Shoot him. Thank you. Switch weapon sets, so we should be good there. Pass. Pascal. Move him closer. Oh, we can actually hit a lot of them. Well, isn't that something? Could have hit a lot more if he was a little bit more proficient, but we will take what we can get. Ooh, and we can put Machine Spirit right on him. Good. Yeah, I'm stuck on a boss who's doing the whole thing, the whole room thing. Stupid space lizard. Yeah, those suck. This game has space lizards too. They're very annoying. I don't like them.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Okay, do we need to move forward? Or, yep, it's only going to give us the opportunity to move forward and do it. So,
The shadow swoops
stab him,
together.
stab him, stab him. Okay, and then, yep, there we go.
That is a
They're
blessing.
both down.
Trust me.
Got him. It's gonna let us do it again, so let's just kill those two dudes if we can.
Pleasure.
Got any more? Got any more for me, video game? Nope. They're gonna get turned, aren't they? And they're turned. Nope, not yet. He's about to scream, though, probably. That'll do it. I am talking about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I think we were playing games on very different levels.
God,
AoE is annoying in any game.
Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, Cassia, move up, and then give that extra turn to our man Pascal. 'Cause he needs it badly.
In the name of House Orserio,
Okay, move up,
I shall
and then
prevail.
Bolter time. Got him. Let's not hit her if we can. Can we move forward? Over? Yeah, we can move over. Let's shoot him. We can. Okay, we just barely hit her a little bit.
Cannot be undone.
Okay, hopefully our next attack doesn't need to be a... That's an exploit, we'll give him that. Cassia, I want you to... Can you explode anyone for me? I bet you can kill him. Yes, you can. Good girl.
Down with grace, at least.
I don't like that one bit. Can you see far enough up into there to... No, she can't. Okay. Okay, Ablard. Stab her, please. Well, it's kind of hard to stab with a chainsword, but you get what I'm saying. I smell bacon in the other room.
I will do my duty.
Okay, and we're just gonna have him move up and...
Victory is imminent.
We'll have him wait one. Dodged. Okay. Alright, let's just have him run over there and stab that man. Be a good fellow. Good. We're gonna give that to Argenta. Selecting her as our champion for this match. Then we're going to run up here. Hi, buddy. So, tell me something. How do you feel about giant axes? They're your favorite thing? You just love them so much? 19. Snow White video, I don't know, Natty. I don't know if I can bring myself to care enough to really, to complain about it, because it's just not... Firstly, the Snow White, like, I remember watching the original movie quite some time ago, but it's...
As honor ordained.
Try and shoot him, please. Not gonna happen. But it is not... Okay, he's gonna turn all of those guys. But it's not really my thing.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
I'm seriously considering making a video, but I just don't see a lot of reason to. I don't really have any takes anyone else has not already had. And,
Emperor, give me strength.
the trouble I would have to go through to see the movie doesn't really justify it. Plus, I already have a video planned for this. Okay, where are his bad guys? Does he have... Okay, those guys are not corrupted yet. Where are the Chaos Corrupted dudes? Exactly. Okay, there's one there. Pascal, shoot him. I figured everyone else is covering it, just curious. Yeah. It's not a, you know, I didn't want to be doing what everyone else is doing. It's just a, I don't...
Aim for the path this time. Death comes in
It's not something I feel terribly passionately about, and I think that would show in the video.
is a blessing.
Can I get over there? I can't. Can I shoot him
As
at least,
honor
please?
ordains.
Actually, we can. That's nice. Okay, you're gonna try and stab Pascal. You're gonna get told not to. God, I hate enemies with AoE so much.
Rejoice in battle.
Move up. Can't shoot that far. Cassia. Just gonna have you move up here and explode that man.
Me? Another third painted black.
I actually spent a lot of this afternoon before the stream getting this week's video done. I'm very happy with how far the script has gotten so far, and that is more than I can say for a lot of them I've made recently. Wookie Zegler and the 7 bums from LA will go down in history as one of the nastiest wastes of money Disney has ever made. Chat, I hate to do this, but you're gonna have to give me just a second here. I gotta go take a leak. And we're back. And yes, Arid Hill, they actually did add the dwarves back. They are dwarves, but yeah. They're hellish monstrosities from beyond the void. Okay. Can we... did hit him. That's better. I'm just gonna ignore that because it's probably not real.
Let's get to it.
I bring
Now
rest
you get,
and
you and me
retribution.
get 3 seconds playtime.
The shadows
Enjoy. He's about to turn all them fellers. 3, 2, 1. No, he actually didn't. He keeps failing his skill checks on that. That's kind of funny. So the bandits are in the movie. The cokeheads from LA are in the movie. Yeah, and much to my annoyance, Lilo and Stitch will make a garbage ton of money, despite having already ripped the heart out from the original. I am the only one saying anything about non-visuals. The thing is, Natty, Lilo and Stitch, that basically what they're going to do is they're just going to adapt it without...
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Okay, and he's turned them. Okay, so now we can start killing things. What they're going to do is they're just going to adapt it,
The enemies of the Emperor.
and it's going to be relatively inoffensive to most people, except for the people who really care.
Is why I was
That's
chosen.
not bad. Okay, let's do that again. Again.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
And the people who really care are going to be angry, but they're going to be in... It's not going to matter to the people in... Yeah, Lilo and Stitch is a complete betrayal of the original story and values. Yeah, it's probably going to be that way. I have heard that they're trying to play it safe with that one from a lot of people, but I don't know if I buy it. Ooh,
I'm not
let's do that.
accustomed to being
I did not know we could get that much range out of her, but I will absolutely take it. Not gonna get that much out of him though. Abelard, do me a darling. Thank you. Shotgun pistol for the win.
Indeed.
Yeah, that one just doesn't
Victory
seem.
is imminent.
It'll do well enough at the box office, I suspect. Yeah.
Let's make it quick.
Ow. Knife to the back. Shoulder blades are probably going to be awfully sore after that.
Nothing of value has been lost.
But yes, back on the topic of Snow White, they actually did mix the, they added the dwarves, and they kept the bandits as bandits. But the problem is,
Computation failed.
we can get that grenade over there. Got him. Okay, we have one guy left. Argenta, come down here and stab this man, please.
Battlefield in righteous fury.
Thank you. We're good. Yeah, it's when it comes to like Disney live action films, I checked out of those good and proper around the time I think the last one of those, like, I actually like watched and didn't just watch for like reviews, like intentionally, you know. Oh, I'm not just doing this to talk about how awful it is. Was the original, like, Cinderella? I don't remember if that was Disney or not. I think that was Disney. That one wasn't terrible.
A new challenge
Yeah,
for me.
If you saw The Lion King, your interest for anything Disney has probably just died because it's just... The CGI is either great or just god-awful, and much of the magic of the original story is just gone. It's just completely commercialized sloppa at this point. I think the last one I saw was Maleficent. Oh yeah, the, hey, let's make the bad person actually the good guy, guys. That's so exciting and new. We've never done that before, ever. That is just so new and brave and bold. This, like, never happens. God. I am getting very sick of just, you know, oh, the bad guys aren't bad, really, guys. Can we just have him be evil just once? Okay. Killed the demon in the sewers.
Time.
I hated the Cinderella one. Her dress was pretty, but wow, thanks for repeating the fucking lesson I was supposed to learn. Yeah, that one, it's like, it's the best of a bad... It's the best of a bad pile.
Is blessed with multifunctionality.
Yes, I'm blessed with multifunctionality in a completely different place. Would have been funny if they'd made Cinderella true to the original Grimm story. Oh, dude. So many people would have had a cow over that one. God, I fucking love Grimm fairy tales, guys. It's just... It is so unfathomably... of its time. Let's just put it that way. I can imagine there are probably an awful lot of people who didn't take too kindly to those stories. In this day and age. We know Rachel Zegler didn't. She went to great pains to make sure that everyone knew exactly what she thought of the original. That was... I bet she's regretting that right about now. Well, 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 if it isn't the dildo of consequences. I thought they did. Maybe I'm crossing it with Into the Woods or something. No. Neither of those stories is true to Grimm's Fairy Tales. Grimm's Fairy Tales, I actually have a copy of the English translation of that. Yeah. So, the Cinderella one, yeah, a lot of people die really, really brutally. The bird outside the window sang, there's blood in the shoe of the liar, the girl is true, that is true, is behind the fire. Yes, Arid Hale. Yeah, that is, that story is dark. Like, all of the Grimm's fairy tale stories are incredibly dark, and I love them so much. There is a lot of, just... What the hell, man? In those. Will not die, las weapon expert, melee weapon specialist, melt the weapon proficiency. We're gonna give her that because melted weapons are busted in this game. And there we go. Yeah, if you've never actually gotten yourself a copy of Grimm's Fairy Tales and like read through it, yeah, that's actually a story that kind of needs to be updated for modern audiences. In the we could probably stand to sanitize these a little. But if you actually like power armor proficiency, plasma weapon proficiency, weapon skill, buff that. Okay, I need to give him bolter weapon proficiency just because I kind of want to. Support. Here, let's just do that. I'm gonna scroll down. Base skill, tech use, Xenos. Lore Xenos. Yeah, it's just so... Yeah, the kinds of stories you get in Grimm's Fairy Tales, it's like, what the hell? Like, it is so unfathomably screwed up, some of what happens in those. Swift movement, Grenadier, dueling specialist. I'm gonna buff something here. Here, take Lore Xenos. I don't want you to be completely useless. Toughness, skill, agility, strength, fellowship. Buff fellowship. The wicked stepmother and daughters couldn't fit the slipper, so one cut their heel off to fit, another her toes, and the last both. Hensley, the bird, ratting them out. Yes. Yeah, those stories are dark,
I'll lay claim
and
to the
I think
stars.
they're great. Okay, what's this one? That's return to the upper way. Let's see where's upper way. We're gonna go to the upper way. None of the, like, old Grimm's fairy tales are what I would consider kid kosher today. They're just generally very grim dark, to use a 40K, borrow a 40K. Damn it.
Dare you?
Curse you, miscreant!
Okay, yep, that's a lot of wounds. That's gonna suck.
Grant me the wisdom to perceive.
We'll cure those when we go back to the ship. It's not that bad at this level. We don't have to worry about it too much, but later on that's gonna be something you're gonna want to do. Honestly, the traumas aren't that bad in this one.
Fortune
Bloody
smiles
stumps, bloody
on us,
stump. Yeah,
an
it's
ill omen.
none of those stories are what I would consider to be particularly.
I'd better myself
the
through my
uncoloured.
service.
Okay, we need to get her up there. Everyone's up there, right?
They say a little bit of humility never hurt anyone. I help us. Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Okay, Abelard, we're gonna move you up. Yeah, I will not be submitting to anyone. Did you get bum rushed? Not yet. They want to bum rush me, but I'm going to make it where that is impossible. Agenda up. Okay, everyone is up to where they need to. Ooh, Pascal has got a lot of movement. Everyone, I'm gonna make that everyone else's problem. Okay. Bolter time.
Successfully terminated.
Oh, that's just terrible. That is just.
Beyond Messiah, no Messiah condemns you.
Oh, yeah.
Suffering is part of the
That
trial.
is what I am talking about.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Thank God he's tanky.
Step aside.
Okay, firstly,
The
I need
navigator is
you
coming.
to... Can I actually make this where I don't hit any of ours? No, I can't. But I can make him
Me?
explode, and... Good girl. Give him an...
If only that were possible.
She's not close enough. That's awful. Okay, there we go. We'll take it where I can get it.
As the tenant, my blade.
Ooh. Can't hit any of them. Just keep letting Pascal tank it. Yep, Cinderella was crammed into the ash pit behind the fireplace. Also, where she had to avoid her abuse, which is why they called her Cinderella, for hiding in the cinders. Exactly. Those stories are not what are not very kid friendly.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Okay, let's just make sure she stabs the mean people.
Brings me no
Good girl.
pleasure,
Okay,
as
and back
honor
there.
ordains. The other side awaits.
I like blade dancers. They're so busted.
My blade
And that's
whispers
good.
Your name. I shall not.
Stabby, stabby. Very nice. Ooh, we can make another attack. Don't mind if I do. This is a big fight right here.
Follow my lead.
Very squishy sound effects.
It will be done.
Okay, we're gonna have him run over there, hit him.
I took care of
Then I want you to do me a favor. Heal
this
him,
wound
please.
will make a fine scar.
My frail organics required it.
Good boy. Flamer time. Can I hit anyone from here? I cannot hit anyone from here. Good, she dodged. Stupid carbine. Got him. Yeah, I'm handing out handing out murdery like it's ouch. This fire is very busted in this game. Yeah, handing that out like I'm Oprah. Okay. That is not gonna end well. That is not gonna end well at all. There are bad guys up there too, aren't there? There are, but they have not yet engaged us in combat. We only have these two down here for the moment. Thank God we didn't get stuck in a... Dude. I question your capacity, my man. Ow. I bet she can't hit either of those dudes either. Nope.
I've suffered worse.
She can. Do be a dear and go stab those guys.
As the telling
Okay,
gives me
he's
no
down.
pleasure.
Bad guys, aren't you a bad guy? Or no, we're not the bad guys. We are definitely the good guys. We are the best of guys. In fact, we are the noble rogue trader, here to save these filthy peasants from their, well, I mean, what? No, never. No, and by the way, anyone who tells you that the Imperium are the bad guys in 40K is, wrong. Because they are not. They are not the bad guys at all.
A new challenge for me.
They are the good guys. They're the best guys, actually, considering that they're the only ones who actually try to work with anyone else in the setting, pretty much. Which means I should probably explain the Edge of Strife. So, humanity used to be friends with, like, most races in the galaxy. But the problem was, after the whole AI rebelled thing, because that happens in here too, because it happens in every science fiction setting. After the AI rebellion, the aliens decided, all of our alien allies, decided that the now weakened humanity would be really good to use for food, or slaves, or food slaves, in the case of what the Crave did to us. So a bunch of races basically started, for no reason, using people as, well, food. Or slaves, or just livestock. And, well,
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
humanity's reaction was, to not be very thrilled with that, for very obvious reasons. Ooh, this is the big fight I was talking about earlier. We're gonna move him all the way up there. Yep, I know. Good boy. And so humanity wound up getting a rather large hate boner for aliens, because we had been nice to the aliens, a lot of the aliens, in fact, and the aliens took that to mean, well, now that you're weak, we'll just eat you. Very poor sporting of them. Depends on what race you ask. The Drukhari don't think we taste very good.
I will do my duty.
Although there are certain Space Marines, traitor Space Marines, who turn humans into cocaine.
Hold on.
And yes, the Emperor's children are very strange. You need to heal, because that was ridiculous.
Do you think my body was suffering?
I do think your body was suffering. Now get over there and kill that man, please.
I am your blade and shield. Trust me.
Okay, he's down.
The other side awaits.
Yeah, as far as like traitors go, traitors do some weird things with human beings. And I'm not gonna explain Damonkey on stream. That would probably me explaining that would probably definitely get us banned. Because that one's yeah, that one's definitely just yeah. Not cool. Not cool, guys. You didn't have to do that. The Iron Hands are weird. I mean, Iron Hands? No, it's Iron Warriors. That's Iron Hands are the loyalists. Pascal, my dude. I can shoot him.
Nothing I can't do.
I cannot shoot him, in fact, for some reason. Despite it telling me that I can.
Guided by faith.
Let's have you run up there and... Can you get to it in time? Yes, you can. Good girl. Good.
Duty prevails.
Pascal can move up, which means I can get him to use his bolter up here. Yeah, there's no way he's hitting that video game. I don't know what kind of crack shot you think Pascal is, but I assure you, he is not. Not what you think he is.
My vow is significant value.
I am also very tired, but I am going to keep streaming as long as possible because juicy watch numbers. Okay, let's not do that, please. Can we just not stab him? Good boy. Good blocky. If you need to go crash, Natty, I know you have to deal with kids, and that tends to make people very tired.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
That's not ideal. Very non-ideal. Ouch. Oh.
A dance of
Up you
blades
go.
and shadows.
Chop chop.
As honor ordains, death is a blessing. Killing.
Good.
No pleasure.
Okay. Got this mostly clear. I doubt we're gonna go as long as we did last time. May stop at the 2-hour mark, honestly. I'm beginning to feel very tired, and I will probably start saying very stupid things if I stay up too
My
late
face is at the fore.
tonight. I don't like that. Just shoot him with a bolter, please.
It will be done. Once you return.
Good man. I haven't had caffeine since fairly early, so I am feeling the effects of being still trying to work at this art. Caffeine is a very good thing, but it's one of those things that I can easily overdo, which is why I try not to do too much.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
I'm sure you will. That was probably stupid to use that there. But I'm feeling tired, so my capacity to not screw things up
Not a
is
problem
new.
for me.
Okay, we're just have him move forward. Can you shoot someone else? No? No, you can't. Of course not.
Nothing I can't do.
Good.
Here we go.
Yeah, the thing is, Aridale, I don't have any of that gum around, so I am
God Emperor, move through me. Feel
Functioning
fire
on-
in my heart.
sheer will at this point. Ah. Thankfully, I have a fairly strong one, so
Faith without deeds is worthless.
got him.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
See? They're not going to give us another attack. Nootropics, fun times, make database work more enjoyable. Eh, that is true. That is very true. Sadly, when it comes to nootropics, I am fresh out. Okay, he's dead. So, can we, like, destroy anyone? We can't.
Let's get to it.
I bet blowing that up would be impossible at this stage. They're not gonna let us do it this early. Okay.
Emperor,
No way they would let us do
give
it this
me
early.
strength.
Hang on, please.
Momentum. Running by
Good.
terminated. Activating force mode sabotage.
Good. Pascal is being very useful right now. Sadly, no one else really is. Blowing it up would be very fun. I mean, this is going to happen at some point. I'm just not sure when they'll let me do it. Okay, he moved down. He's going to shoot Kibla, isn't he? He's going to try to, and he's going to miss. Which means that she is going to do the very terrible thing to happen when you're real close to someone who really likes swords.
As the tenants demand, death is a blessing.
Okay. Step on him, mommy. And, yeah, I probably should start, yeah. It is that time of the night, ain't it?
The shadows will succumb. The other side awaits.
Okay. I am gonna shut up now.
Let's get to it.
Okay. They're gonna be annoying, aren't they? They are gonna be annoying. I want you to shoot him vigorously.
Already done. Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Pistol is fun. Let's have him move
I
up to
shall
there.
not fear. Something of interest.
Yep, not a threat. Come on, run up there. Good boy. Okay, Argenta. Get over here.
Enemies of the Emperor will be
And-
undone. That is not the Emperor's will. I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is
Really,
worthless.
video game. That's interesting.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I will not. I'll do it.
Explorators know one route.
Let's put a big ol' round in him. 14, not bad.
Let's make it quick.
I can't wait till we start getting heavy flamers. I love the heavy flamer.
Doubt is for the weak.
Nootropics? So yeah, nootropics are, basically, instead of the dumb drugs, those are,
I'm a navigator,
chemicals that make
not a
you...
servitor.
Caffeine is technically
That is
a nootropic.
foolishness.
Instead of making you retarded, it makes you smarter. Or at least boosts brain activity.
I bring mercy and
Okay,
retribution.
down there. Can you move quickly, please? That's a good girl. Arid Hail can explain it a lot better than I can. Especially at this hour of the night.
Tried-and-tested tactics are the best ones.
Okay, we're gonna move
Victory
up
is
here.
imminent.
And can we hit him? We cannot hit him.
Time to slaughter someone.
Ooh. Oh, I bet I can shoot him, can't I? With the...
Suits my purposes.
Go Stip Carbine. And of course we missed, because
Nothing
why
I
wouldn't we?
can't do.
Argenta moves straight
I will
forward.
bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer.
Okay, pistol. Don't suppose you could, like... Nope, you can't. Of course not.
Activating calculated fury algorithm.
Frightened Skaven noises. And there we go. Perfect. Okay, who's left? Oh, he is. Well, Cassia, please kill him. Be a darling.
Isn't this a job
And
for the
kill him. Thank
proud, die with grace, at
Good girl.
least?
Alright, let's start looting all this crap. Oh, we can destroy it now. Let's do that now. Place a couple melta charges and blow it sky high. Examine the anti-aircraft battery. The anti-aircraft battery certainly was constructed a long time ago, long before the colonization of this world began. It comes as no surprise that the insurgents were barely able to operate it. Modern arms protocols are incomprehensible to the machine spirits of such an ancient construction. This is Dark Age of technology tech right here. Probably uses like super heavy lasers, anti-ship lasers. Definitely Dark Age tech. Let's destroy that. Because they're going to keep shooting down our ships until we do. We need to make sure that we have a clear line to the surface. Yeah. I normally just need the caffeine. It doesn't wake me up, but it does clear my head. I can sleep pretty well after caffeine. Yeah, I have the exact opposite problem. Okay. Demolition test succeeded. The blast consumes the ancient weapon. The sky above the city is safe for flying again.
Victory awaits.
Coffee keeps me awake, but it usually dulls things down to an extent. It wears off for me pretty quickly, which is why I try not to abuse it when possible. Okay, we got plenty of loot. Go. That's Sharpshooter Rebel. There's more loot up here we can grab. I like how they modeled the generators. Those are very cool. Okay. We can get real up close and personal with our players there. PCs. Thank you for linking that, Arid Hail. That is great, my dude.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Would you like to know more about Starship Troopers? Let's loot that. What do we got there? Body glove, shock baton, a few other bits and bobs. I mean, you know how I like bobs, Chad. I mean, what? Nah. Anyway. Okay, Argenta.
When the faithful are
Be a
idle,
deer.
heresy
And,
grows.
Okay. I think we can get some dialogue from her, but I'm not really looking to talk with anybody right now.
None shall stand in my way.
What's down? Oh, yeah, there is another box down here. Gibbs all the loot, Natty. There is so much good loot down here. And a lot of the reason you want to get the loot in this game is not just for yourself. You can trade it, you can sell it. You can use it to buy many wonderful, wonderful things. Which we will probably be abusing quite heavily in a moment.
Good grasp the insight.
I
The
didn't.
shuttle must have been shot out of the sky by a powerful weapon before it crashed onto the building and fell onto the once crowded street. I could explain it or link a white paper from the NIH. I prefer the white paper myself. Yes.
A new challenge for me?
It's certainly easier on the old brain at this hour. Okay. I think we've got most of the loot in here. To the western side, to the warehouse, to the starport. Go down. We want to go up here. This will let us get into the governor's palace, which is where we need to go for the next part of this playthrough. And we've cleared everything in that section, which means things are going to be a lot easier when we go through with other characters we will be meeting shortly. Water makes everything better. Okay. There is a fight down here, if I remember correctly.
It's about time.
Or maybe not. I thought there was one. This is the upper district of the city. Like where all the nobles live. Ooh, yeah, there is something over here. I knew there was.
What is that?
Okay, Argenta.
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Just remember, boys,
Never doubt me.
we never stick our dick in crazy. And Argenta
The
definitely
Emperor
qualifies.
favors me today. Duty prevails.
Do you know it's illegal to own a crow? It's because they're intelligent enough to train to be naughty. Well, you can also, another reason they're illegal is because they
better
can
myself
carry
through
some
my
not so
service.
cool diseases. Let's check that. Oh, I forgot that dude is still alive.
The Emperor favors me today.
Inmates in prison trained a crow to bring them
Carry
knives.
the
Yeah, that would,
Emperor's will as your
that's a fast way to not make any friends with the law enforcement. I love her just slinging that knife around. It's so cool. Okay. Women with throwing knives are very cool.
Follow my lead!
Usually. And dangerous.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Okay, anything over here? Any old tramps around here? Nope, no tramps around here. Okay. Let's go up. Up, and away. What we got here? Fight heresy, serve a higher purpose, safeguard humanity's dominion. That is for a pamphlet
I
on the
won't
ground.
tolerate weakness.
Okay. I don't remember if there's a fight down here too. No, there's not. There's just more mad people down here. More blind mad people. Blind crazy people. So much fun. Others train the crows to steal money. Bigger numbers with bigger rewards. Good lord, yeah, that would be a fast way to make the law enforcement agencies real happy with you. Okay, this is the really fucked up part that explains to you exactly why the Imperium are the good guys. Some tin people, children among them, are huddled together in fear. You see that half of them have black holes where their eyes used to be. That's because we didn't get here very quickly. Some maintain a gloomy silence. Others are wailing. Several armed insurgents are carefully watching over the terrified hostages, snapping every now and then at some for shaking too much or crying too loudly. Elderly senses. Come to your senses, Arled. See what you're doing to your own family. A woman of about 60, gray-haired but still strong, is kneeling before a stocky man with a thick, pure white beard, stretching her arms towards him. Take pity on us. Let us go. Fanatical old man. Yes, crows can mimic speech. Crows can also train dogs to, they train wolves in Yellowstone. You can go look that up. That's a fun story. But yeah, crows are frighteningly smart. Most corvids are, quite honestly. Stop talking and embrace redemption. Our children have gained true sight while you still believe the lie. Upon seeing you, the man points his weapon at you. The other insurgents do the same. Who are you and why are you here? What are you trying to save them from, and who's behind all of this? At Aurora's behest, Aurora is a great prophet and great warrior. Their face is shrouded, but their gaze pierces the veil of time and sees into the future. I always knew the governor's dogs were hiding the truth from us, and now the day has come. A prophet has come to Owlcat Minoris and opened our eyes. The end of the world is coming, the final dawn, and only those who accept Aurora's truth will survive it. His mind and soul are pierced by shards of a colorful deception. Hues once twisted by despair and the Immaterium's influence can never be the same again. That's from Cassia. Pascal's vox hisses furiously. Layperson, cognition is not your primary function. You are saving your kin by holding them at gunpoint and believe that burning their eyes will grant them sight. It is evident that the author of the demagogic teaching that confused you meant to make a mockery of your deplorable intellect. Abelard's face turns a deep red. To cast your own children into the thrall of heresy, to drown your progeny in this filth with your own hands. Kibble, I remember when the vizier used to sew our eyes shut so that his young spinners would see the truth. Kibella's voice sounds hollow, but there are glowing embers of fury in her eyes. Our ritual was one of service to him. It tempered and prepared us for our duty. What you are seeing here is despicable heresy. A blasphemous mockery of our sacred disciplines. Yeah, I need to have a word with your vizier. Are all these people your family? All of my adopted and blood children are here. I raised them all as my own, and now I must protect them, help them see. No, you tell me. Who are you, and what are you doing with these unfortunates? I am the chief. My former name, Arald, is meaningless now. I am a father, leading his family to deliverance from woes to salvation. Aurora has opened my eyes to the truth, and my children will see it. Elderly citizen, Arald, spare us, spare your children. Okay, we're gonna go with Iconoclast again. Because that would probably be the best choice here. Logic first. You have been torturing your own family in order to save them. You've been blinding them so that they could see the truth. Fanatical old man, so logic test succeeded. Those who lack faith cannot grasp the truth and will not be saved. The old man is obstinate, but you see that the confidence in his voice has diminished. Aurora, whoever that is, has exploited your naivete. Can't you see you're causing nothing but suffering? That's probably the best one. Lore Imperium. That's also one. We will succeed at all of these. Logic. Think about it. What good has the Final Dawn done for anyone at all? Some have died. Some have had their eyes burnt out. Some have gone insane. You believe the heretic's lies. You sold your soul to the archenemy, but if you renounce this path, you will still have a chance to be truly saved. Lore Imperium. The old man sighs heavily. I don't need your mercy. Protect my family, and as for my own fate, I place it in your hands. I'm gonna let him go, but only because I know what happens to everyone on this planet later. Your family may go, and so may you, but make sure I do not ever see you again. The hostages begin to leave, and soon the group disappears around one of the bins. The old man looks away from them and walks in the opposite direction. His shoulders shake with sobs every now and then. Yeah, the only reason I let him go is because I know what happens to this planet. And, yeah, considering that he wandered off, he's not long for this world. Let's just put it that way, chat. Okay. Survive.
To the stars.
More traps. Okay, Argenta time.
The Emperor sets
Your time,
my
hon.
path.
Get over here, and...
Nothing escapes my sight.
And we leveled up. That's nice. There will be more loot up here, if I remember correctly.
Attention to detail is the key to
more
success.
Loot. Let's get that.
Never doubt me.
It's like, you've leveled up, you've leveled up, you've leveled up. I'm like, I'm very aware, video game. Very painfully aware. Okay, there is loot right there in that baggie. Collect all. I'm trying to get all the loot so that when we get into the governor's palace, we can actually get the tech priest to be useful for us. The goods in the stall are a stark contrast to the rest of the nearby shops. The jewel jars are labeled all-purpose synth powder. Fills you no matter what. Made in Necromunda's best factories. That's corpse starch. That is absolutely corpse starch. That is Necromundan corpse starch, which is... Yeah, no, don't eat that stuff, guys. That's nasty. Put that down, you don't know where it's been. That is absolutely corpse starch. Which, by the way, Natty, corpse starch is ground up people, and it is one of the most common food sources in the Imperium, on hive worlds, and ships, and certain other places. It's not pleasant. But it is food. When you're starving, well, the brown paste tastes better than nothing, I suppose. Command center, we made it. The formidable shells are for large caliber cannons are being stored right in the command center. This is for, basically this Warhammer's version of
It's
Super
about
Fortress
time.
cannons. Welcome to the Owlcat Minoris Command Center. Thank you very kindly. Okay, Governor's right there.
Dark green.
Certainly green is
gloomy
people.
and
It is.
stifling, fills this space like dense fog. The people here are drained, exhausted, bewildered.
Yep, we need to talk to Midna. Medina. Midna? Fasel Raikadi ab Medina af Coronas, governor of this star system. Welcome to my temporary headquarters. The tall, dark-skinned man turns towards you and greets you in a curt, military manner. The man's gaze fall on Abelard, his gaze slightly narrow, Wizarian. Governor Midna, my greetings. Abelard nods dryly. The governor's expression changes drastically when he sees Cassia. Lady Navigator, what an honor. I never thought that House Orsilio would grace our world with a visit. I only wish I could have received you under different circumstances. House Orsilio is grateful for the support that you have provided to Uric V these many years. The governor then notices Cabella's clothes, and his eyes go wide. He adds softly and cautiously, "This woman, she is your bodyguard, or I presume, or is she here too?" He stops, choosing not to finish the question. I am not seeing the convoy I sent to meet you. What happened? Did they fail to find and escort you? If that is so, I promise you that their punishment will be swift and severe. The convoy was ambushed and massacred. The only surviving soldier turned out to be a traitor and was personally executed by me. This is an outrage. I will have the personnel vetting procedure changed immediately. The slightest suspicion will be grounds for arrest. Your lordship, before we proceed with discussing the matters that are of interest to you, there is a question I feel compelled to ask. It is only recently that Lady Theodora was the head of House von Valencius. I have received no word of her demise. How is it that you are now rogue trader? My esteemed predecessor died at the hands of the cultists. May the Emperor incinerate their souls. The governor frowns, and a deep shadow falls over his face. Rogue traitor von Valencius slain? Unthinkable. Please accept my deepest and most sincere apologies, your lordship. Do not hesitate to let me know how I might be of help. Commerce 70. I will succeed this, and so I'm going to use it. I need fresh crew to replace those killed in the attack on the ship, and I need material compensation. Commerce test succeeded. The governor bows his head in acceptance. Of course, your lordship. You will be compensated for any losses. I'll see to it personally that your ship's hold are filled with the finest goods from my personal reserves. Gained 28 experience and profit factor, baby. We got 2. Profit factor is the rogue trader's true god. It's not the Emperor. It is profit factor in this game, boys and girls. Abelard nods in approval and remarks quietly, "Excellent, your lordship. A rogue trader has no use for leniency." Governor Midna, I can offer you several thousand fine obedient servants. However, I am sad to inform you that I won't be able to until we've dealt with the insurgency on the planet. I'm sure you won't have to wait long. The rabble will soon be duly punished for their heretical scheming. I wish to commend the courage of one of your officers, Sergeant Malgar. He and his soldiers valiantly defend the starport. The sergeant who managed to impress a person of such noble standing will be recommended for decoration. My kinsman, Conrad Voitvier von Valencius, has betrayed our dynasty and the Imperium. If he is hiding in this system, I want him handed over to me. Voitvier, a traitor? Why, any family, however noble, has an unworthy scion or two. Naturally, we will surrender him should we find him within my jurisdiction. However, unfortunately, I have no information regarding his location. The governor pauses to think. Continue. We have a cogitator here at the command center. It's connected to a data crypt from Logos Abel's sanctum. It's aggregated all the Lex Mechanic reports. Unfortunately, the access prayer for it is unknown to me. If you manage to convince the stubborn machine, you might learn something about Conrad's Movements. I'd hazard he fled from your ship, not on a pair of wings. Henrix von Kalox, an interrogator of the Most Holy Inquisition, is operating in your system. Do you know where he is? The governor lowers his voice. I do. Master von Kalox has left for the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium. It's an ancient monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't know what his objectives are. Needless to say, insurgent activity has been observed in the monastery's vicinity, but I suppose that's too petty of a problem for an agent of the Most Holy Inquisition. Besides, I have already sent a small detachment of reinforcements there. Yeah, you messed up. Give me your stuff or I will have to moida you. Yes, we would have to moida him, but he did give us his stuff. Continue. The weapon the insurgents were using to shoot down shuttles over the city has been destroyed. Now nothing is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master Van Kalox, you should go to the cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Continue. Notes of anxiety creep into the voice that rattles from Pascal's Vox. On behalf of the Priesthood of Mars, I, Magos Honeman, am efficiently initiating my participation in this operation. I must inspect the state of the relic and assure myself that it is under zero risk of falling into heretic hands. According to the Catechism of Maintenance and Operation, my tech comrades were supposed to lock the monastery gates against lay people and activate the traps. I deem it optimal that an ordained Magos should provide his assistance. I categorically object. The governor clenches his fist. As much as I respect the sanctity of your monastery, I have on my hands a whole capital that needs to be attended to by the Omnissiah's servants. We have lost many eminent tech priests. Incidentally, one of them perished in that same monastery. Mechanical failures could occur at any moment. Putting it bluntly, you may consider yourself forcibly recruited into the city's defense forces. Midna and Pascal glare at each other, their unyielding gazes like crossed swords. Oh, don't worry, Maddie. He gets what's coming to him in the end. This Magos is part of my retinue. You have no right to give him orders. You mistake me for a fool. I know that he arrived separately from you, and I would bet my life that no... Pascal is about to do the funny. He is about to do the funny. The governor's voice dies down in a low growl of drilling mechadendrite, its tips directed straight at the bridge of his nose. Midna clears his throat and it grumbles stubbornly. So this is the negotiation technique you have resorted to. Do you think that this is the first time I've been threatened with a weapon? No, but this could be your last. Pascal's voice is akin to the sound produced by his drilling implement, steady and calm, but ready to explode at a moment's notice with the crunching of bone and the squelching of tearing flesh. I am heading to the monastery because I must. Is that clear? Absolutely so, Magos, the governor mutters through gritted teeth. It would be my pleasure to assist the Omnissiah's servant in reaching the sanctum. Thank you for your cooperation, your lordship. The drill stops. As compensation for your consideration of request, I, Magus Hahnemann, officially undertake to accompany you in the Owlcat system in the role of bodyguard, and to protect you at all costs until your life functions cease, but only within the limits of the Owlcat system. Governor Midna. Hahnemann, Glad you're alive. The governor raises his eyebrow and stares at the tech priest in surprise, but refrains from further commentary. Pascal, what is so special about the cenobium and the relic? What is in there that has drawn the attention of an interrogator of the Inquisition? I couldn't play this game. I would dude bro so hard. You get caught up in it, and it's so good. I love it so much. I have never been there before, but I would presume that the sacred relic of the reactor is capable of great destruction should it end up in heretic hands.
The fury of the freed machine spirits, once released from the sacred circuit, will destroy everything around them. The degree of damage inflicted may render the world of Rykad Minoris uninhabitable. Well, it's about to be rendered uninhabitable, not by that. Heresy must be purged from those blessed halls. I declare any desecrator who defiles the relic's power a Category 3 blasphemer deserving of immediate execution. Why not let's not do that. I wish to know more about the monastery. The Cenobium has been run by the Adeptus Mechanicus ever since the colony was founded, the sacred reactor guarded by its priest's powers. The entire planet. I can say no more. It is a forbidden place that I have only been allowed to visit once before. What has perplexed you about my companion's name? According to the reports we received, Logos Abel Hanneman set off for the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium a short while before it was stormed. I am glad to find that you're safe. Perhaps you possess information on Master Van Carlox. Pascal's vox rasps in confusion. My name is Pascal Hanneman, not Abel. I know nothing about such a person. Yeah, that's not a machine spirit. That's called radiation. Yes, Aridale, but machine spirits is a very broad term in 40K. I see. Governor Midner, I intend to gather further information on the person calling himself Abel Hanneman. I do not exclude the possibility of it being an alias of my mentor, the Archmagus Amarnat. I would have suggested that you inspect the esteemed Logos Sanctum, but it was destroyed by the rebels. We recovered several data crypts and connected them to the cogitators at the command post. They might provide you with some information. That is all I wanted to discuss. Radiation, but it's glowing. Definitely a ghost of some kind. Yeah. Tech Priest Quartz Crane. The painfully thin Tech Priest turns sharply towards you. The sudden movement makes his chromed augmatics briefly clang. His grey eyes set under furrowed brows almost blend into the pale skin of his face. He levels you with a heavy, dour stare. Identification. Unit Logos Quartz Frame. Official trade representative of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. This unit supervises supply routes in the Rykad system, ensures the security of the combat arsenal, performs commercial transactions, and secures mutually beneficial contracts. When the Tech Priest notices Pascal, his eyes widen. His Vox unit immediately lets out a string of screeching binaric, a torturously long tirade, in which the volume rises and falls, seemingly at random. When it is finally over, the undersized servant bows his head in deference. Units Quartz Crane request permission to transfer information. The rogue trader possesses a supreme degree of power, the potential to influence the current leadership, the ability to restore order in the Rykad system. Show me your arsenal. I accept the commercial transaction. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Select tradable. Everything tradable. Trade. 6. Good. Multi-key. We want all of this. Yes, please. Yes, please. Psychic body glove. All of this. Yes, please. Can't explain a phenomenon? Machine spirit. Misplaced your favorite mechadendrite? Machine spirit. Machine spirit did it. Exactly, Aridale. Do people live stream the tabletop game, or is it too intense for that? No. No, there are people who do stream it. There just aren't a whole lot of them. Natty. Aridale Red Phelan. Lol, angry dial-up modem noises. Exactly. Frag grenade, we want that. Proceed with transaction, and we're just gonna take all of this. Modified bolter, take that. Medkit, take that. Can't find your left sock. The fucking machine spirit in my washing machine got angry. Exactly, Natty, to quote Aridale. He is absolutely correct on that. Soul Siphon, goody. We want all of this, if possible. Okay. Reputation. Inventory. That gives us a ton of junk. Very useful junk. But junk nonetheless. Add to cargo. We're going to sort from specifications in descending order. So first things first, we're going to give Abelard a plasma pistol.
because it gets burst fire and overcharge shot, and that would be funny. Okay, I need a bolter. I do need a bolter. Wait, what does the modified bolter give you? I'll take the bolter. I'll just take the stand.
Not my
No, I
specialty.
can't take the bolter. I forgot about that. Sniper rifle, 10-16. It's not as good as the stub carbine. Argenta. Argenta can have... I'm gonna give her a bolter, because we're engaging a lot of enemies at longer ranges. Machine Spirit sounds like a joke. It's not really. There's just the fact that everything in this system in 40K, in Civilization, has regressed to the point where they've started to believe in bad humors make you sick again. So, yeah. Like an in-universe meme, kind of. Although there are a lot of Space Marines, and I mean, Tech Priest would be very angry at you for saying that. Okay. He's got a bolter. What does she have? Did we give her, like... Oh, Argenta. Argenta, my dear. Here you go. Take the hand bolter. Now you're a proper sister of battle. Okay, and... Armor. What do we got? Black armor. Give her that. It's much better than what she currently had. We're gonna add that to cargo. Psychic body glove. We'll give that, dear sweet Cassia. Darling Cassia. Yeah, well, they aren't real, so fuck them. Yeah. How eloquently put, madam. Alright, alright, I need a helmet. Okay. Need a helmet, or actually, we'll give him the Helm of Determination. It's a lot better. And Pascal can have the Analyst helmet. I'm sure he's very good at analyzing things. Sniper's gloves. I can probably use those. One of mine give me +5 to persuasion. Hers give her... She doesn't have gloves. I'll give her some gloves. Not so great gloves, but they're gloves nonetheless. And... give her a pendant. Ooh. Ooh, I like that one. Yes, please. Take that. Imperium's Tess. Monocle. Monocle. Doesn't have... Give her the ring. Then we need to give everyone a... Oath of Vengeance, Captive Audience. Escape Artist, Facing the Inn, Paid in Blood. Ooh, I like that one. That'll help her a lot later, once we start really upgrading her goodies. Joint Offense, Sharpshooter, Terrifying Presence. Terrifying Presence. Or Pinnacle of Weaponry. Tech use, awareness, Lord Xenos, Medicae. We're gonna give him tech use, buff that because I can, and I'm going to min-max the crap out of that character as usual. Blood Augury. Under my protection, all allies that are targeted by the Navigator's abilities. Warped effects caused by demons, psychic powers, navigator powers, etc. until ability. Yeah, that's better. Willpower, strength, ballistic skill, willpower, perception, toughness. We're gonna buff her toughness just to make her a little stronger. Okay, we're gonna hit exit on that. Give her... Great, there we go. Awareness, Medicae. See, now I've hit the point where I am tired enough that it's made it to where my brain is actually functioning fairly highly. It's where the point where you can no longer quite go to sleep quickly. That's what I've hit now. Okay. Weapons proficiency. Bolter weapon expert. Chain weapon expert. Dual weapon combat. Grenadier. Heavy armor proficiency he already has. Power armor proficiency. That would probably be really handy. Power weapons. Solid projectile weapon. We'll give him that one. 8 people watching. Thank you all very much. Reckless Strike. Breakthrough. That's handy. We'll use that. Brutal Hunter. Okay. What do I want? What do I want from here? Las weapons, it will not die. Plasma weapons, power armor proficiency is locked to me. Characteristic training strength. We'll take that. I want to be able to put power armor in this character eventually.
Tolerate weakness.
The Cogitator looks a lot older and more worn than the ones next to it. However, it has evidently been well cared for. Numerous parts have been replaced, not a single key is jammed, and fresh seals with prayers to the Omnissiah adorn its surface. One of the side panels has been removed. Boundless bundles of gold-notched cables run from inside to a small data crypt that was connected only a short while ago. The screen reads, awaiting access code. Give me a second. We are going to save scum this chat. Continue. Tech use. Test succeeded. You have bypassed the security layers. The Cogitator is ready to reveal its secrets. Go to Logos Private Archives. Result of Abel's data entrance. I appeal to the machine spirit to open Logos' personal archives. Logos Abel's personal archives as well. It has accepted my request. I cannot see the secret design, but I can sense it. Shackled in stasis, the minds of the initiated are slumbering in the null harness of their vows. I'm registering an impulse of change. I surmise a potential influence on the stasis of the secret design. There came a time when the spiral was turned into a circle, but the circle can be discontinued. The revelation granted by the Omnissiah to Logos Abel in the course of his data meditation has been recorded verbatim. Logos Abel is seeking an audience with the venerable Dar Impulse 6 who may assist in interpreting the revelation. A request has been sent to the Governor's Palace for a shuttle flight to the electrodynamic Cenobium. A message has also been sent to the Verbundus system. The cycle can be discontinued. I recognize the words. The voice from the Vox is soft and pensive, barely audible over the static noise. I believe I know the intended recipient of the message in the Verbundus system. It was me. Omnissiah, grant me the wisdom to fathom this mystery. Go to Sacred Computation 7825M. Upon Logos Abel's orders, the archives of every augur station on Owlcat Minoris and the 2 primary satellites of Owlcat Star have been queried. Said satellites are named Magos Mauruf and Zethra the Keen, after 2 great champions of the faith, whose external cogitators were placed inside the satellite's cores after their shells perished. The purpose of the sacred computation requested by the Logos is to uncover the external influence behind the ongoing insurgency. Computation result positive, multiple instances of interference and malfunction detected, suggesting that the ships moving across the system deliberately blinded the sacred augur's eyes. The first of these ships is thought to have arrived 2 Owlcat Minoris cycles ago, early in the winter. The most recent one arrived a month ago. Logos Abel's conclusion: the insurrection on the planet has been long in the making, with the participation of external actors. It is alleged that 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Owlcat system, the rumored unholy prophet of the insurgents. The subsequent ship's movements can be attributed to weapon deliveries, but what is the nature of their activity near Owlcat Philia? Governor's Midna's attention must be drawn to. The final entry cuts off abruptly. Go to recent observations. The satellite Megos Ma-Rof reports that a ship has translated into the system. Its signature is consistent with the records of the flagship of the rogue trader dynasty, House von Valencius. The satellite Zephyria the Keen reports that a ship drifting nearby has hurriedly sped away. The ship has sent an encrypted Vox transmission to the insurgent-controlled areas of the surface of Owlcat Minoris. Another transmission was directed to the planetoid Owlcat Philia. Both transmissions were signed Brother Twilight. Their contents could not be decrypted. Go to be investigated. The entry contains planet-side coordinates marked as Heavy Auger Station, jamming, possibly an insurgent base. Leave. Okay.
Follow my lead.
Smegos. Plenty there. Okay, we've got everything we can get out of here, so we're just gonna move right along. Return to the Void Ship. That'll help us repair all of our wounds, and we won't have to funnel on through all that to get where we need to go. Okay. Okay, that's the bunker, starport. Yeah, we're gonna take the whole team over there. I have not... Oh, that's that bunker. Damn it! Oops. Return to the Void Ship. Wrong bunker. Okay. Identified Void Ship. Okay. Let's go to the Cenobium. Okay, we got everyone we need. God, the art style of this game is beautiful. But yeah, that is definitely a nuclear reactor. Okay. Warden. We'll cover the landing area, your lordship. Glory to the Von Valencius dynasty.
Victory awaits.
I've read about this.
Judging by the dead people's equipment, they were the same wardens the governor sent to the monastery's aid. Okay, I need to buff... Strength, Fellowship, Toughness, Weapon Skill. Fellowship. We're gonna go with Strength and Agility. Okay. Athletics. Persuasion, Lore Xenos. We're gonna need that very soon. Weapon skill, toughness. We want to make him more tanky, but he's good enough there. Yeah. Okay, so coercion, carouse, demolition, medicate. We buff her. Perception, agility. Strength. Perception, ballistic skill. Strength. We're gonna give her strength. Base skill, Medicae. Immolate the soul. That's a good one. We're gonna take it. And we're gonna go with... Melt a weapon proficiency. No, swift movements. 2 movement points. Tactical knowledge, good. Okay, there we go. Strength, toughness, agility. Strength. There we go, and Medicae. Can't put any more into Medicae there. Athletics. Buff that. Don't really need her to be higher up, and judging by the dead people's equipment, they were the same wardens the governor sent to the monastery's aid. Yep.
None shall stand in my way.
Okay, what do we got over here? Any loot in here? Athletics.
Just as I was taught.
Okay, we got goods here. Grenades and healing items. Very useful. Med kits. What do we got back here? Some angry murder midget, perhaps? Nope. Good there.
excellence matters.
Lay people unworthy of entering the hallowed cenobium humbly said their prayers next to this computational altar.
A new challenge for me?
Okay. Okay, gate is open. Okay. What time is it? We are 2 hours and 49 minutes in, and this is gonna be a long one, chat. I am gonna call it here, ladies and gentlemen. I am not gonna go 4 hours over this time. It is late. I am tired and hungry. So, you know what, actually? Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I will see you all next Wednesday with our next Rogue Trader stream. And, we've been streaming for nearly 3 hours, so I am gonna call it here. I will see you next Wednesday with our next Rogue Trader stream. There should be a video out either tomorrow or the day after. Sunday, War Thunder streams will be back. Between now and then, I may do a Doom Eternal stream. And, we may possibly do something else between now and then, but I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to some other people about that. However, for now, this has been Pete the Reticle Nerd. I am signing off. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. Arid Hale, Natty, everyone who lurked. I know you're down there. I can see you. And until next time.